On the last episode of Redacted No More.
He's an
No, so
outcast
he's
because of
still an outcast.
circumstances,
So he's
not
still an
willingly.
outcast. So you're labeling somebody who didn't have a choice. You get what I'm saying?
He's an
Dude, outcast, I told you the fucking definition. That society decided, okay,
Bro,
he's not part of our group.
what's the
That makes
definition?
him an outcast.
What's the definition of dumbass?
Chaos.
You walk
Oh,
right into
That's the
that one. I was
definition.
gonna say that too. Okay, I had to stop myself from saying that.
Now here is part 2.
it's
What
up to
is
each person. It doesn't really matter to me. Like I said, I believe in God.
Yeah,
That's about it. I don't.
for me,
I
I don't
don't
believe
do
in
any
God, but I'm like,
relations with any religion
like,
besides
I have
God.
no problem with
I
religion.
believe in God,
If it
and it's
helps
separate.
people, if it helps people, I'm fine with it. It's just that some people try to use it as an excuse to
But like I was saying
take
earlier, how can you say that they're
cash
trying?
out of it.
How can you say they're trying? What if that God is actually doing something for them and telling them to do
Because
it?
no, it's just that it is an industry on its own. Like you
Yeah,
don't need
it's an
to go to
industry.
church to believe in God.
But
You
like I
can just
said, the
believe
whole
in and
point
not
of
go.
religion is faith. And let's say
Yeah,
that their
and
faith is
that's the
strong
thing.
enough and God
No,
communicates with them.
that is the
And then
thing.
God is telling
It,
them to do all that stuff. And they're
yeah,
doing it
no,
believing that
but
God is
here
being
is the
honest.
thing. Faith is like a double-edged sword. It can be helpful for you. It can be bad for you.
Okay. What does that mean?
And not only
No,
that,
no,
you should be
it's
able to
what you
dispute
choose
it.
to believe.
You should be able to dispute it
You
too.
know, like if you
Yeah, you
believe
can
whatever
dispute it.
that.
But like I was
wha-
saying earlier, your whole
No,
premise was you
no,
cannot
if you
disprove
believe,
something that's not
if
proven. But like I said,
yeah,
religion is all based on faith, something that you can't really prove. So that means you can't disprove it,
yeah,
according to y'all were saying.
no, but according to religion also, they said like they have like I don't know about, but I have heard I don't know how true it is, but they said that you're not supposed to believe a human being who claims to be God
You're not
or
supposed
some
to
shit
treat.
like
You're
that.
not supposed to worship a human like a god.
Yeah,
That's
Well,
different
you
than that's
in
different
Baptist
than what
it's
you
like
said.
that. No, yeah, no. So what
I get what
cults
you
are
mean,
doing?
but
These
worship, yeah.
people, yeah. So these people, a lot of these cults or people, they claim to be gods. Like there is this guy Nityanand in India who used to like he has his own prayers. Like people are praying to him.
Hey, who's to say there's not more than one God? Who's to say that
That's
God? Who's to say God's real? Who's to say God isn't real? Who's to
how,
say there's not a billion gods? So for all we know, that God could be a god.
and it's not just into island and now he's living there. He started his own country, his own
So,
government, everything. He just fled with all his money.
so if he's a god, he can do that, right?
Nityanand.
You know, like what is it? A lot of gods
here's the thing.
rely on on prayers and sacrifice to survive.
Eh,
So that was their whole thing back with like the
No,
lower
no,
section of
it's just
gods.
that he claimed to be a Hindu saint, and then later on, when he got his blind followers, he claimed to be God, which is
Hey,
not true. Like, if
we
you
don't know
But
that.
follow,
listen.
You just don't believe it. That's why you're saying it's not true. We don't actually know that.
no, no,
It could
no.
have been true.
So no, here is the thing. When you talk about faith, let's say you're talking about Christianity. So these people believe in something, like there is all
Yeah,
these things. Then these people come in and they claim, okay,
yeah,
like they do a variation of this thing
yeah.
and they divert people. They use their helplessness as a way to get money out of them.
According to you,
So I'm saying that is wrong. No, I'm saying that
you
is wrong.
can't unless you can't even prove that.
How all these people have criminal records. At the end, when police does
Yes. So you're
investigation,
saying
they
You
that
get
can
caught.
prove
criminals.
it.
They
Saying
get
that
You
caught.
can
criminals
prove
They
it.
get
are.
caught.
Chaos.
They
So you're
get
saying
caught.
that
They
just because
get
they're
caught. They
criminals,
get caught.
they're not
They
God.
get caught.
They can't be God just
Yeah.
because they're criminals.
No, they admit to all these things. Like, okay, we have been telling lies to these people,
Uh,
and we have been doing these.
uh,
They admit after getting caught.
uh. That makes them. That
So,
So
makes so that makes everything they said before not true.
yeah.
of
Every single
course,
thing. How?
that's literally what it means. Because they're literally
How?
in that case, in
No,
that specific
So
case,
once they're
after they were
captured,
caught, they
once they're
confessed.
captured and in
he
jail, and they say everything was a lie, that means it's true. Not when they're free, roaming the world, getting money.
well. So how are you deciding what is a lie or not?
I don't decide what's a
Oh my
lie.
god.
Everyone can believe what they want.
No,
I don't
because
really look.
it's
I'm not dis.
okay.
Look, it could be true. It could not be true. I'm not. Look, y'all are the ones that's completely dismissing everything,
No, we are dismissing what is some.
which is yeah, you're dismissing the
Ah,
whole lives, not me.
well, so for me, it's like if you are doing something, you have to prove it.
And we just said it's impossible. Literally, you said it's impossible. If you cannot prove it, you can't disprove it.
Yeah.
No,
And the whole thing is
in
based
the
off
case we were
faith.
talking
No.
about religion, we can actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we literally just had this conversation, and you didn't.
We did. You're just not listening to it. You just keep
So
trying
what
to
does
take
that
this
mean?
contrarian approach to everything, and when it doesn't really even make sense.
How does it not make sense? So
I,
you're saying that because of this, I don't agree with
I,
you. It doesn't make sense.
exactly, dude. This is what you're doing. If I say let's go up, what do you mean up? Why not down? We can go other directions. What's wrong with people liking other directions? This is what you're doing. You're not really clarifying anything. You're just asking us. That's why you're not listening to us when we're talking about religion and how you can prove these people are actually taking advantage of their congregation.
He's like
No,
dismissing their
I'm
statements,
saying
what made them. So he's saying like their words based on his, like he's choosing what to believe and what not to believe.
No, he's not believing in
Yeah.
anything. He's questioning everything to the point that, dude, what's your point? What's the point?
hey, what was your point though of what we were saying about me?
It's all right. It's all right.
No, no, no. Let's go. Come on.
My point is that, okay, my point is that based just asking questions about everything, but you don't really have a stance. So it's impossible to give you a satisfactory answer
My
because
stance
you're not
is
taking in there. You say about this, but what about this
my
other thing?
no. My stance is why I'll let everybody believe what they choose to believe. I don't really care that y'all dismissing it. Like that's cool. That's y'all. That's your own choice. Whatever. Because everyone has to make a choice. It's not about how you were raised. But yeah, that's your choice. That's cool. My choice. I'm not gonna dismiss it just because I don't understand it.
Well,
If
what?
so what if I choose? I'm going to defend them.
No,
Just
well,
because
if
y'all are
your point
attacking
is,
them,
dude,
that
I'm not
doesn't mean
gonna.
anything. Go ahead.
Listen, it's I can understand your point that if it works for other people, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, he can
Hello.
hear you. He
Point.
raised his finger.
I can understand your point that if it helps other people, fine. Live and let live. I'm not against that. I agree with that. But if you personally don't believe in it, you're dismissing it as not true. And that's
How
kind
so?
of our whole point. It's not that we hate those people or anything like that. Dude, if you don't believe in it, if you don't believe in something, but you know other people believe in it, right? In a way, you're still dismissing it because it's not true for you. You can only acknowledge that it's the truth for the other people.
I'll disagree with that.
No, what?
Just because you don't believe in something doesn't
Why?
mean you're dismissing it.
Explain.
Just because you don't believe in something doesn't mean you're dismissing it or not or saying it's not true. That's pretty self-explanatory,
You are
right?
just what you can say uncertain about it. You are
Nah,
like
it's
a
not
Jerry
even
who's
about.
like, we
It's
don't know
not
if he killed or
uncertainty.
he didn't kill. that means not guilty, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty.
No, I mean sometimes you have to. It's not sometimes it really depends what it's all about. Okay, but when you personally don't believe in something, that's kind of what you do. You dismiss it as something that is not true in your world, in your perception. You can understand that other people think it's true, and you can probably even see some validity from their point of view. But in your point of view, there's enough evidence that it's not true. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but it just doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, it's basically it. Well, you make it make sense then. You're different than me then. Our thought process is different.
How am I different? I'm the same thinking as you.
You just said it didn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. But that doesn't make me any
Well,
more
then you're
different than
different.
you
You're
two. How does that make me different? Just
oh my
because
God, Jesus.
what? It's a
Oh,
fair
it
point.
makes you different because it didn't make sense to you. It didn't make sense to
So
you.
let's say that we got a blind person, and you're talking about colors around the blind person. And that blind person is blind; they can't see shit. The colors don't make sense to them. So what does that mean? They may know the colors exist, but it doesn't make sense to them because they've never seen it. So what does that mean? They can't you can't really describe blue, can you? Or red, or even white.
No, no, I hear
You
what you mean.
cannot.
And in that case, and that this is
But
this is
you
the
can't
thing.
have
If this when
cases
we're talking
though.
about this,
You can't have cases, can you?
yes, yes, it
You
is.
can.
It is by degrees. You measure this by degrees, not by.
There are blind people who got blind afterwards. Like they could see
Yeah,
before, but they cannot
yeah,
see right now.
And you
yeah.
know what's interesting about
So that
that?
is a
Once you lose
case.
your
That
eyesight,
is case one.
listen. Once you lose your eyesight, you eventually lose the memory of imagery. You start thinking in sounds. You don't see anything anymore. You don't see anything anymore. Like when you dream, if you're blind, you don't see anything. You don't. It's not like you remember what you saw when you had vision. No, that all that shit goes away. So once you go blind internally too, like in your brain. You know what I mean?
No.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Fuck you, dude. Let's go to the odd section. Let's go to the odd topic before I fucking hang up on this nigga.
Bro, you can't use that word. What the hell? This white boy, oh my god. That's what I gotta deal with.
Oh, and
Oh, dude, I got a black girlfriend. I had a kid with people. So fuck you.
So that
he
means
said he
so
got a
does that
pass.
means
He
you can
didn't
say nigga all the
pay for
time?
it, man.
You get the N word pass?
He got a pass. You got the N-word pass. Yeah, so let's go to something light.
Ah, fuck you. Let's keep
Let's
talking about
talk
religion.
about how.
Alright,
Nah, man,
go
fuck
ahead, go
it.
ahead.
I don't give a shit about it.
Go ahead, go ahead.
So I was just thinking, like, these reaction channels, they're fucking crap. I know you do it, Chaos. I know you do it. But I just don't see
Didn't we
any
talk about
value
this
in
last
it.
week, though?
I don't see that.
Didn't we talk about this last week?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's
whatever your
relevant.
last
It's relevant to the topic though.
Yeah,
What's the
because
topic? Art?
we are discussing, like, yeah,
What was it specifically? Art? What?
yeah. Like,
It's about
what is it?
basically the validity of art, the validity of each presentation of art. Which one is more valid than other? Which one is actually
Like, for
Nothing is
example,
more valid than anything
Scorsese.
else.
good or bad?
You can't.
Scorsese,
There's no such thing as good or
when
bad.
it
There's no such thing as more valid than anything
like
else.
when it comes to movies, Scorsese said that all this superhero stuff, he does not consider it movie. And then
Yeah, he does.
Robert Downey Jr. said he considers it movie. It depends on perspective.
I
It's
think
Every
Samuel L. Jackson responded to him too, like fuck this dude or something like that. Samuel Jackson didn't give a fuck that Scorsese doesn't like superhero movies, and I like that.
well, why should anyone care? The problem is people are actually caring about
To be
people's
honest,
opinions on movies, which are just for entertainment purposes. That's all they are.
No, it's just that Scorsese is like a legendary director, so he
Is
has
he?
a weight.
Is he
Like
though?
people,
He has no
like
weight to me.
nobody will care about our opinions because we have not done anything.
You
But
don't
when you
care.
are something like, let's
Uh,
say, Robert Downey Jr.
let's talk about this, okay? Let's talk
Ah,
about this.
dude,
Opinions.
I'll just
You
stand
specifically
outside
don't
and
care
give my
about our
opinion.
opinions. I care about every
Yeah.
single one of your opinions, okay?
That's true.
Ash, you don't care
I
about
care about you
anyone.
guys' opinions too. I care.
Ash, you only care about the opinions of people who are you consider on another level, like Martin Scorsese. You care about his opinion.
To
If
be
he said
honest,
reaction channels were the shit, you'd be like, I love reaction channels.
no, I was just telling
Fuck
generally. What is that?
Is it
the
raining?
fuck.
Did your
A
pipe break?
faucet. I hear a faucet.
That's not me.
Where the fuck are you?
That's not me, dude.
That is you. Or that ass.
No,
Is
it
that your
is.
roommate
Yeah,
ass?
it's.
God damn it.
Yeah,
Y'all making me cut out. How much shit I got cut off? Look,
yeah.
it's
It's
gonna take me like
I'll be
4 hours.
back.
Yo, tell that guy to shut up. Oh, he muted. Alright, what were we talking about? Opinions.
Okay, let's put it into this context. Let's put it into this context, Chaos. If
Alright.
LeBron says something about NBA players, and some guy on the street says NBA something about NBA players, which opinion do you think has a more legit credibility to it? LeBron's on some guy that doesn't play even basketball.
Depends on what they say. Honestly, it depends on what they say. If LeBron says you can only dunk if you do arm workouts every day, and the guy says you can only dunk if you work out your legs every day, I'm gonna listen to the homeless man on the street who's 3 feet tall and can't dunk.
Over LeBron, who's actually
Hey,
played the fucking
just
game.
because you're really good at something doesn't mean you know everything about it.
I'll give you, I'll give you that to some extent. That's true. But the point is, to you kind of respect the credibility of
No,
people
look, I
that
don't. Look, I can't
have
respect.
experience in that
No,
in that field.
I'm not an experienced person. I don't really care about that. I've even said that at my job. I don't care how much experience you have. Like, obviously, it may help you, but that doesn't mean you know everything. And I tell that to people all the time. Just because I've been at this job for like 5 years doesn't mean I know how to do anything better than you. And you get just started. Experience doesn't mean shit to me. But yeah, I don't really care about experience on that in that aspect. It doesn't really
Well,
give any
it's
value
not.
to anything in my
It's
life.
not to say. It's not to say that just because of experience, LeBron is right in that case. But it's to say that if it's a similar opinion or something like a contradictory opinion, and you tend to side with people that have credible knowledge on the subject because it's their field. You
Uh,
know.
no, my math teacher,
Oh,
they taught me 1 plus 1 is 2. If somebody else said 1 plus 1 is 3, I wouldn't know the difference because I don't even know what 1 plus 1 is. I side with the person I like more in that situation. It's got nothing to do with knowledge.
oh, jeez. Also, you don't really care about objective facts. You think it's all about what you individually believe.
What I individually believe, I don't believe in anything.
No, in that case, that's what you're saying because you basically told me
No, I
I
only stick
believe
my own
whoever I
opinion.
like the most or
No,
whoever.
I meant in
What?
that situation, like because I wouldn't know how to add at all, so I would take whoever I would like at most. But yeah, and generally in life right now, if you have, for an opinion on something, I'm just gonna go on the one that I deem more logical.
Really?
Just because LeBron says something doesn't mean
Really?
I
Well,
find it
that's not a.
logical.
Logical. You're saying logical right now after what kind of a conversation we had previously?
Hey, just because you don't
Logical.
believe in anything doesn't have anything to do with me. You don't gotta have faith in anything.
Logic.
You don't gotta believe in God.
Logic. The logic is a clear definition. Logic is something that is proven.
Yeah, it's proven to me,
Oh,
not to
shit.
you. So
See,
what does that mean? Just because you've never seen something doesn't mean it's not proven. Like I said, you dismiss everything just because
I
you
don't.
specifically have never seen it, or 99%, 99.999% of the people on Earth have never seen it. You dismiss it. Are you taping something?
So you're saying 1%?
Dude, talk about dismissing it. I'm not dismissing a health possibility. That's obvious.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't mean you cannot dismiss things to have your grasp on things. But everything is possible. That's obviously. Is that what you're saying? Is that your whole point, Chaos? That everything is possible?
No.
Isn't that what his point is? He says everything is possible. You just gotta believe in it. That's what his tagline. He says like, I
That's
can
kind of
beat
what it
Brock
is.
Lesnar.
That's kind of what it
I
boils
can,
down to. Yeah.
I can beat Brock Lesnar if I believe in it. That's what he
I
thinks.
can beat Brock Lesnar. It's got nothing to do with belief. I trust myself.
You cannot. You cannot, buddy.
Okay, why can't I?
You will lose to
No, why can't I?
Riddler.
Tell me why I can't.
You weak.
No, tell me why I can't.
You're not trained.
Physical
You're not
strength.
trained in UFC.
What does that have to do with anything? Why can't I? I can't because you say I can't.
Because you don't have.
No, it's because you say I can't.
No, you are not in the
It's
proper weight
because you say I
category.
can't. It's
You
got
don't
nothing
have
to
the
do with
build.
weight.
You have not
It's got nothing to
trained.
do with that building or training. What does that have to do with anything?
It is.
It may have a factor, but that's not going to decide
Dude,
anything. That
fighting.
won't be the final decision. You're specifically saying I cannot do something because you believe it's not possible. So you're trying to push down my belief in myself.
You're a hater. You're a fucking doubter and a hater, and you should be blocked, dude.
But I'm right.
How are you right?
Well, no, there's
Have you
some
ever been
physical
in a fight?
limitations. Let's say if you,
Have you ever been in a fight?
let's say if you,
Yeah.
And
I lost.
okay, what did you
didn't
do
you
in the
say you
fight?
stabbed a guy with a pencil? Another kid with a pencil?
Yeah.
And you still
Yeah, but
lost?
that wasn't a fight. That was just me doing that.
You're just stabbing random people
No,
with
that thing
pencils?
never.
What
Like
the
that
fuck?
was the end.
Who is this dude?
He's not telling the full story. It was accident.
You know
You
what?
accidentally stabbed
Ash
somebody?
had to write with a Q-tip on class, dude. He had to write with a Q-tip because the teacher says you can't give that kid a pencil. He's just gonna stab every other kid. Let's just give him a Q-tip with some paint so he can't hurt anybody.
This dude was using a quill. They got to give Ash a quill at school. He's got a feather and a little tub of ink.
Yeah, something he can kill you with. Just anything, you know?
But yeah, like a lot of times, like when random people fight on the street, yeah, size and all that shit, while it may play a factor, you're not going to lose just because of all that.
Also, it's about how you can take the hits. Like, they have developed endurance for taking hit while you have not.
How do you know that?
I can tell.
How can you
No,
tell?
listen,
How can you
listen.
tell though? How can you tell?
So you're saying you have endurance of taking the punches from a pro
No,
wrestler?
you're saying I don't. I've never said
Yeah.
that. You're saying I don't. So how can you tell that? You can't. And you can't even
No,
tell
but-
that they can take a punch.
They can take a punch.
Where's your proof?
They have.
Listen,
They have been in
listen.
UFC, buddy. They have taken down.
The whole problem with all this topic is that they're not absolute. There's not an absolute answer for
So
them.
you can't
So
dismiss it. is
they
what I'm
tend
saying.
to. Well, nobody's dismissing it. It's just,
Not
it's,
you.
it's
Yo,
just saying.
Ashes. What are you talking about? Mr. Jimmy McNulty is dismissing it.
Well, the thing is, it's basically at the core philosophy is everything is possible, right? That's like the core philosophy of
No,
possibility. Let's say. No,
no.
listen. Everything is possible due to
Is
circumstances.
immortality possible?
You are
Can you
immortal. What
stop
the fuck,
aging? No, I'm not.
bro?
Stop
You'll be
fucking
alive
telling
in
that.
300 years. We'll all be
No,
dead.
that's a minute.
Immortality is possible. Not right now, maybe, but maybe let's say 50 years in the future, it
Who's
might
to
be
say?
possible.
But who's to say it's not already
First year,
possible? Just because you die, they
first year.
say rebirth. Just because you're not in the same body doesn't mean you're not still alive, right?
Holy fuck! So you're saying like I'll be reborn? Is that what you're saying? I'll
Uh,
keep on reborn, or
every
I'll stay in one body.
Maybe,
maybe anything's
maybe
possible,
that's what
right?
happens at the afterlife.
Fucking hell! I don't want that shit.
Don't worry, you'll never reach the
I do.
afterlife. I don't.
But listen, Chaos. I understand your point. It's like we have no absolute answer, so everything could be a possibility. I understand that. But that's like the base of our beliefs. Then we have to build everything else around that, and we try to
No,
figure out, and
what
we
you
try to
see,
figure out what is possible, what is truth, what is a lie, what is good, what is bad, what is better, what is
So,
lesser.
so,
All those things
so you're
go.
saying that everything is opinion.
It's not
probability.
just an opinion. It's not
Oh,
just an opinion. Opinion sometimes can go deeper to that, into your way of life, into
that's
your whole
an.
perception of life.
So it's an
It
opinion.
doesn't. When you say opinion, no. Listen, when you say the word opinion, it's a little dismissive. Okay. When you say it's your way of life, it has more weight to it, right? It's your moral belief or your core belief.
So, like, if
Opinions
I were
can.
to say that I'm straight edge, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do any non-prescription drugs, I'm straight edge and I'm better than
And
you.
you don't have
That's my way of life.
you don't have sex. You don't have sex as well. You forgot that.
Nah, he had sex.
Yeah, straight edge.
He had sex though.
Yeah. No, you
Listen,
don't.
chaos. In
Yeah.
that specific case, you can say health wise, yes, it's better. It's a better way of lifestyle than mine because I smoke and I drink and all that. And if you measure it through health, yes. If you measure it to like
Let's
your individual freedom to
let's go
choose
here
how you want to
interesting.
live, no, it's not better or worse. It's not better
How could you
or
say
the
that for
cycle.
freedom? Freedom is individual. That's what per person believes in. That's his freedom or his or her freedom. So how
That's
is that?
exactly
How is
what I said.
no? But
Dude,
you're saying if you
if
you said if you
Earth is
measure it
flat,
in the case
does
of
not mean
freedom,
Earth is flat.
it's
Earth
not the
is
same.
round. Earth is
No,
spherical.
listen. It's a freedom. Basically, when a person smokes, in this specific case, when a person smokes or drinks, he's willingly choosing to harm his body to get something
He's
out of it.
choosing erectile dysfunction.
It's something he's purposely choosing to fuck up his body a little bit to get something out of it.
You could
By
If
the
you
say
way,
look at it through the,
you could say
does
the
your dick
same for a
fat?
person that drinks 3 gallons of water a day.
that's
3
not the
gallons?
same because no, that's healthy for you.
Oh, do you
How
know,
is drinking that much water a day healthy?
dude? Water poisoning is
That's what the doctors recommend, like 8 glasses a day or some shit like
you
that.
That's not three
water poisoning.
gallons.
Water poisoning.
Yeah, you can get a UTI too.
Oh my fucking god. Okay. You guys really comparing water to alcohol? Is that what you're doing now? Because
What's the
that's a stretch.
difference? What's the difference? Honestly,
Decreased sodium
Uh,
blood to dangerously low levels, causing mid to life-threatening problems. People who participate in endurance activities such as marathon, triathlon are at risk.
to quote
listen,
uh
chaos.
to quote Key and Peele,
Listen,
why are you googling shit?
Fact
listen,
checking.
listen. When was the last time you heard of somebody drinking 3 gallons of water and hitting somebody with their car because they were drunk off water?
Like
No,
ten
Have you
years
ever heard
ago.
that case?
10 years ago.
Never,
Literally,
dude. That
there
never
was
happens.
yeah,
That
it
never
did.
happens. Okay.
It did.
No, literally, dude. Okay, one case doesn't mean shit. It
That
has
means
to
it
be
did
a general
happen. That
thing.
means it did happen though.
but it
It's an
didn't happen when he
exception,
was
dude.
drunk.
No, how is it an exception? It
Let
happened,
me
so that
fact
means
check.
it's possible. It may not happen
10
as
years
often.
ago,
It's an
guy
It's an exception.
things
It's
to
an
be.
exception. When things are an exception, we don't usually take them into account because they rarely happen.
But they still happened, so you can't dismiss it like that.
Come on, dude.
Oh, you come on! What the fuck?
Dude, Rock says he said what? What happened?
You're saying something. We're listening to
Go
you.
ahead, Ash. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, Dwayne the Rock Johnson says he drinks 4 gallons of water.
There you go, and that's the Rock, dude. Okay, you think you know better than the
Why
Rock,
does it
chaos?
matter?
Huh?
Yes, I
Is
do
that
know
what you're
better than The
saying?
Rock. Yeah. What's to make The Rock know more than better
Fuck
than
you!
me?
How many Fast and the Furious movies? How many Fast and Furious movies have you done?
How many Fast
Zero,
and the
man.
Furious movies
Zero,
have
dude.
been good?
Zero.
How many Fast and Furious movies have been good?
All of them.
Bro,
All of
Zero.
them.
bro, get off
Especially the
Vin
ones with the
Diesel's
Rock.
dick. Get off Vin Diesel's dick. I know it's
Fucking
fun,
hell.
Oh,
but get
this
off his
reminds
dick.
me. They have two franchises now. They have a Rock one, they have a Diesel one because Rock and Diesel don't get along. So they were like, okay, we're gonna cash in by having two franchise. One with Jason Statham, one with Vin Diesel. Just Vin Diesel. He's bald, he's furious, and he always drives a car. And he bangs a chick.
And
And at the end, he runs away.
and that,
That's the Fast and Furious.
and that's art. Whatever you want to talk about, that's art or something, right?
That is not art.
That,
That shit is not art.
how is that not art? You said something
It
about
is
giving it
art.
value, or
It
right?
is art.
Or were they determining the value, or if it's good or bad? How is that not art? How is that
I mean,
not better than Warhorse, the Master?
Warhorse was better. Warhorse was better.
How can
Fucking
you
man.
say something's
That
better
horse
though?
was that horse was fucking fantastic.
But how can
That,
you
that
actually
horse
how
was
do you
fucking
actually
because
determine
I
that?
believe.
Like look at the Oscars,
Uh,
Grammys, like the
no,
music awards, all
no.
that shit with music with art in general. How can they determine all that shit? Because they're all looking at it from the
No,
same
I,
like
I, I
most of
know,
the
I
time.
know a
you know,
way. I
you
know
know,
a way you can determine it. I know a way.
I determine it. It's like I have this godly taste of things. I believe like I have the most superior taste. So I give things value. So if it doesn't
Now listen,
fit
listen,
in,
chaos.
I just dismiss it.
I can try to answer that objectively, okay? Or to the point of like why most people
I think
prefer
I think Ash
some
answered
art
pretty
over others,
objectively.
okay?
Ash gave a pretty objective answer. He's got godlike taste. Let's hear yours. You gotta follow that up.
No, no, okay, okay. Let's say you have two movies, right?
Yeah,
And let's say that one movie is about the human life or something like that.
that's very broad,
And
but
about
okay.
introspection. I know it's very broad, but it's a subject that has a lot of depth to it. That you can
Okay.
keep scratching the surface of it, and you can keep making great art out of it. You can explore it for a lot of different ways and use it for the storytelling. You take a movie like that, and then you take another movie which is all about fast cars and cliche action.
But
Which
isn't
one
that
do you think
about
is
life?
better?
Those are both about the same thing. You said the other one
Okay,
was
let's put
about
it this way, then.
the introspective of life. That's life.
Let's put it this way. Why do you prefer some movies over others? Why do you think some movies have more depth than others? Why?
The
Why
actors.
Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield was trash? Why?
It's all about the actors for me. The performance the actors give in
Yeah,
each
he
It's
gives
not
movie.
about the
That's what
story.
determines.
It's not about the
The
story or the
actors bring the
concept.
story to
You,
life.
you,
it.
it's,
The story doesn't matter if you have terrible actors. The actors bring it to life.
True.
no, I
Let's
would
look at
agree with that.
what's a movie they remade? Not Ghostbusters because that's trash. uh,
No,
what's a movie they remade recently? Okay, we can talk about Spider-Man. Okay, there's like
Ghostbusters.
7 of them now, right? Look at the original Spider-Man, Toby. He looks like a nerdy dude who's struggling being a simp
Tobey
for his
Maguire.
girlfriend to his neighbor who he wants to date, but his best friend fucks her, but he still wants him, and he eventually gets him over. We got the second Toby, who's a cool looking dude. Unlike Toby Maguire looks like a nerd. Let's be honest. The second one, Andrew Garfield. He looks pretty cool. He's already got the girl pretty much. And then you got the new Spider-Man. He looks like he's 12 years old.
Yeah.
Well, Chaos. Okay, Chaos. Which one do you think is better?
Do I think or do I know?
First one, obviously. Tobey Maguire.
No, no,
Huh?
no. Think or no? Think or no?
Yeah, we know first one better.
No, the new one, whatever his name is. He's the best, obviously. I prefer Toby
Why?
all of them, but the new one is the best Spider-Man because he is the best actor
Why?
in that role compared to the rest.
Well, this is what. Okay, Chaos. So this is the point. Then the point is, you have a preference. You think one is better over the other one, even though they're both art forms,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
one is better than the other.
But how can
So
I
what?
even say
Well,
that?
then again, that applies
Just
to.
because I say something doesn't mean it's true.
That is also true.
Obviously, but we're talking about you individually at this point.
But you're talking.
It's about your
about,
measurement.
But we're talking about art as a whole, determining if something's valuable or not valuable. How can we specifically determine that? We can't. We're stuck taking the opinions of these organizations that grade music and like movies and books and all that shit.
Are you
And it's all
kidding me?
based
They
off
don't even
of
bother.
what?
Are
to
you
watch.
kidding me?
It's all
Dude,
based
I
off
don't
of
give
They
what?
a
don't even
fuck.
bother to watch
I don't give a
Hey.
fuck about the critics say, dude. If
But
I
that's
love
the
bad
only,
movies.
That's
There's
the
some
only
movies.
form of value. That's the only form of rating all this stuff, of giving it actual like public opinion.
Well, no, I'm talking about your own individual opinion. Fuck public opinion.
Well,
Those
that is
things get
public
sway
opinion.
either which
Public
way.
opinion is individual opinion. That's the point. We can't give anything value when it comes to art form. It's all by the eyes of the beholder.
Right. That's kind of what I was saying. But my point to that was to say,
Like,
which is,
like there is this one guy. All he does is he draw dots, and that painting is sold for like 5 million, 3 million. All he
I
does is he
paid
will
3 million for this.
I won't. Fuck that shit.
You see, it's all about personal opinion. That's the
Yeah,
problem
see,
with
he
art.
thinks
That's the
he
problem
thinks
with art.
Funko is good.
We can't actually give anything actual value because everybody has a different opinion on every little thing, not just art
Then
in
again, there
general.
you
yeah. But my point is, even if you objectively understand that all art is different and it's all in the eye of the beholder, you still have a preference. So you still use that. You still use that as a measure tool to measure which is better or
For
worse.
personal
Even though you're
measurement.
saying you shouldn't use that.
But it's a personal measurement, not
Right.
not an objective measurement. It's a subjective measurement. It can't be anything more than that.
but I have God's taste, so it is objective.
Except
What
for
I believe
Ash.
is objective.
Except for Ash, because he is a god that he hates because they don't exist or something, right?
I'm the god of despair.
No, it's because I think Ash's point has been throughout this whole thing is that there is some art forms are more credible than others.
Like I think it all started with what that YouTube shit.
Exactly.
What is content?
So he doesn't
What
like
is
reactions. See, to him, to him, reactions are not even content. But I don't know, watching some football match with some shit, to him,
Right
that's
back.
content. Yeah, it's the thing is you gotta promote yourself a lot, and it's you gotta be shameless.
Dude,
That's the whole problem.
Sorry,
we-
I got people
we
at the house.
don't-
Sorry.
we don't
Wait,
even get-
dude, that's a good topic, dude.
And I was
Don't you think
listening. I had
sometimes
my
they just?
headphones on.
Oh, okay.
You just want
Uh,
money.
don't you think that? Exactly. Don't you think that to make it in life, you just have to be a shameless bastard? Like if you are just shameless in life, it seems like you'll get everywhere. Like if I was a shameless bastard, I could probably be doing kids videos with my hands playing with clay or some shit like that. It would probably get 1 million views. But that's not my thing. I have shame. You know what I mean? But if I didn't have any shame,
Why would you
I
have
could be
shame
doing
for
that and making money.
Why would you have
You
shame
would
for
have
playing
to-
with Play-Doh?
People
You-
have inner shame. You have to be.
What shame we
If
have?
you don't have shame, you don't have a conscience. You
So
don't.
you're saying
You can't
I don't got a
distinguish
conscience?
anything. If you're not ashamed of anything, yes.
To be honest,
Why do I have to be
chaos,
ashamed of? I can
you
only
know,
be myself.
chaos
Why
is a
would I
good
be ashamed
promoter.
of
He's
myself?
shameless. He's shameless.
Why would I be ashamed of myself? That's all I can be is me.
Chaos is not shameless, and you can tell because if Chaos would, if it was shameless, he would have made it big by now, doing some shameless shit.
He's
You
just
realize I don't care
he-
about most stuff, right?
we don't care about stuff. We care about money. That's what we are
When I
thinking.
get
We are
to
like, okay,
when I
we
get to
don't care
episode
if we
7
get
of The
fame. We
Witcher,
just have money.
episode 70 of The Witcher, I'll tell you my story of when I made it big, okay?
Oh Jesus!
Episode 70.
You are shameless. You are shameless. Now you're plugging your fucking channel, dude. Okay?
Hey,
That's some shameless shit, dude.
bro, but yeah, speaking of the channel,
He's plugging in the wrong place.
why
He
does
should
it
do
matter?
the
Why does
opposite.
it matter how many subs the channel has or how many views the videos get?
Because that's what makes money. If
Like I
we
get
hit
it.
Listen,
it
Chaos.
But why does the money? Who cares about the money? Money doesn't.
Chaos,
What money
Chaos,
do? It has
Chaos,
we
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Money is important.
Chaos. Listen to me. Listen to me. I would answer to that, but you would have to go look in my channel, video 55. Go look there, and then I explain everything. I explain
got my
all of
phone.
this. I don't need to say it because I explained it there.
What's your
That's
YouTube?
what you sound like.
Am I sub to you? What's your YouTube?
Fap and nap.
Oh, Fap and
Fap
Nap.
and
I've
Nap,
heard
huh?
of that. That's a very good channel. They play like some games and stuff,
Thank you.
right?
Fuck you. Whatever, dude. Okay.
The fearsome foursome.
No.
Oh,
You're in that one. Okay. So whatever.
Cock
Uh,
Lee. What the fuck are you uploading? Cock Lee?
it's Rock Lee from Naruto. My God, dude.
Bro,
You know Rock Lee.
bro. Toby is a troll.
But it's not bad to have.
Sorry.
It's not bad to have subs, dude. You were talking about views and subs.
But who cares
Don't-
about subs?
what-
Who cares? Like, it may not be bad, it may not be good, but who cares about them? Why is that a focus? It's not a focus for
We
me.
do, buddy.
It's not a focus for
We
me.
do.
If it was,
We
I
just
might
want
put
to-
more effort in. I don't put a lot of effort into this.
We just want to put the least amount of effort, and we just want to put the least amount of
Yeah,
cash.
you literally put the least amount of effort. I can tell. Both of you, I can tell.
What? Yes, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
If I were to put more effort into it, I would have bought a better mic, a camera, and all that
Your
shit.
mic is fine. It's your internet.
Yeah,
But
man.
my internet, no. That's not my fault. It's because
Bro,
I live in a
we send you a-
condominium, dude.
Look, if we send you a link in our chat, if you click on it, it will take you 20 minutes for it to open, and it might not even work.
And we would
It could be a link to a GIF on Google, and you wouldn't be able to see it move for an hour. That's how slow your internet is.
That's true. That's so fucking true. Well, dude, what can I do about it? I mean, the condominium that I live in, that's the
Bro.
best internet that we got under this company.
Oh, you
Holy
need
shit.
to get a new company, or go back on Twitter
No,
and
it-
start attacking them some more.
He need to change his country. He has to go to some American.
Well, I do live in Puerto Rico. I don't live in the United States. In the United States,
Wait.
everything is better.
I thought didn't you say you were American?
I am an American citizen. I don't live in America.
Oh, so you were born here. Okay, what state?
Puerto Rico.
Huh?
Exactly, Puerto Rico.
Which 50 state is that? Let me Google.
It's the one that has the flag. It's the one that has the flag that looks like your flag.
No. We only have one flag in the United States. What do you mean a flag that looks like the United States flag?
State flags.
I don't
in
think
Texas.
you're American. What is this? Something ain't right here, man.
I'm American. Don't worry about it. Dude.
Yeah, no.
Hey, don't worry. I respect your opinion. I let you believe what you want, okay? That's what I've been saying for like the past.
We
hour
are
and a
American
half.
citizens. Puerto Ricans are American citizens. Okay.
Hey. If you say so. We can
Listen. That's not my individual opinion. That's a objective fact. Okay, go look it up.
Objective. So society is basing this part of your life, even though you weren't born in the same continent.
Oh my God, America did.
Hey, I'm just quoting
Okay,
what you said early.
He got
Earlier.
American
no,
passport.
America did. America as a nation decided, hey, you know what? Puerto Ricans are
So
American citizens.
an inanimate object said, "Hey, that little island over there, you're one of us. Even though we've never connected, I want you." They put you on like a little leash. They pull y'all closer like every few months. So it's kind of like the relationship between a pet and an owner. Like you may live in
Is
like
there
the
a word?
condominium, but you
You know
don't live
what?
there,
That's one
right?
of the most. That's one of the most degrading things I've ever heard about Puerto Ricans.
Well, hey,
I'm not even
hey.
sure. I'm not even sure racist covers it. That's beyond racist and beyond bigotry.
Hey, I'll let you know.
That's so dumb.
Today a white guy called me nigga, okay, and I didn't care. So why should you?
Because I wasn't the one that well, I did call you nigga twice. Now
Yeah,
three
see,
times. Shit. Sorry, bro. I'm sorry, dude. Okay, we're even.
that was the
Okay, then
most
we're fucking
degrading.
even.
I was dying on the inside this whole time, and I needed an
Okay.
apology. I felt so
Okay.
degraded.
Okay. Jesus. Go complain to Bosch or Destiny, you fucking asshole.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I haven't seen those tweets in a long time. What are they doing now? What are they bitching about? Hey, that's
No,
bad.
whatever is bad right now. I don't know what social topics.
Dude, they are the most, what I can say,
there was a mass
self-righteous
shooting.
pick.
There was a mass shooting in I forget what state it was, but it happened like Tuesday. Like
Florida?
14 people got shot.
By one white
Where?
man?
Uh, I remember it was on the anniversary of the Virginia Tech mass shooting. A bunch of people got
Oh
shot.
shit!
Wow.
Really? So it was
Yeah,
a
So,
fanboy. A fanboy did that.
bro, that happened like 20 years ago. I doubt anyone remembers what date happened.
yeah.
Okay, 14 years ago
Remember,
today.
remember the.
All right,
What was that
so
movie? Remember, remember the 5th of November or something like that. Before Vendetta.
so it said
No one saw that movie.
14 years ago
Yeah,
today,
but
32 people were killed in a mass shooting on Virginia Tech's campus. This morning, we woke up to the news of a mass shooting at a FedEx facility in Indiana. 14 years and we're still losing lives. Our government is complicit.
What?
Yeah,
How?
yeah, I know. People are stupid. They blame the government for everything. But that's a topic for another time.
How are people demanding that the
I know.
government survey everybody and then they're gonna complain we have no privacy? Shit, you want it? It's like remember. Shit, I'm gonna bring it back to the Avengers. Remember the Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, when
Dude,
Tony wants to cover the world in a shield of armor. That means no. That means no. There's no freedom, no air. So you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
you can't have it both ways. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Sadly.
Everybody always wants to complain
they don't
about
want it
something,
anyway.
even if that's
They,
not the
they
main
just want to
issue.
promote themselves.
They
They,
give
they just want to say that we are up to date with change. They are Randy. They are Randy Marsh from South Park, who's trying to be like, he's up with the times. He
like
cares.
like the hybrid episode where everyone was driving a hybrid. I'm saving my
Yeah,
planet.
Right, yeah.
yeah.
Thanks.
I love things. That's the best.
Oh, you don't drive a hybrid?
And
You're killing us.
that's exactly how they talk too.
Yeah.
That's like the white thing that the whole white privilege shit that I'm so woke. Thank you. Have a nice day. Just respecting gay people.
But yeah,
Gosh, I don't get it, dude.
it's like people always, like you said earlier, they built this thing, they built this country, they gave it a government, they gave them all the power. They choose, like I was saying, they choose to let them have all this power, and when it doesn't go right
Yep.
in their ways, then they completely blame them and they blame everything. Even with like all the cop stuff that happened last year, come on, you blaming? They're saying defund all police because some of them are bad, bruh.
You know, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This is one of the biggest irrational fear that most people have. America has it, and parents have it. It's the fear that something bad might happen. It's the safety fear. We gotta be safe all the time. Safe all the time. We need a safe zone. We need a safe space to not talk about bad stuff. They want to
I,
protect. They want to protect the world. It's like I said, Iron Man, like the fucking Avengers 2. He wants to protect the world, but you can't. You can't really do that without sacrificing the freedom of choice of people. You know what I mean?
they should just book a coffin and a nice place to rest in peace.
And not only that, it comes with repercussions, right? Because you're like, make everything safer. Well, that means we gotta spy on you all the time, so we know that
Like
you're safe.
no
You're
matter
like, but I
what
don't
you
want
choose,
that.
no matter what you choose, like like to give someone else the control, or you take the power into your own hands, something's gonna happen
You-
that you don't like.
Exactly,
just
yeah.
just make me the leader and everything will be fine.
Bruh, nobody wants that
I,
shit.
I don't want you as the
Bring
leader.
Trump back. Bring Trump back, okay? I don't want you.
I just
If you wanted me to vote you as a leader, you would need to give me like 100 goats or some shit like
And you
that.
got to be an American citizen too.
I just wasn't talking about America. I was talking about the world.
Bruh,
World leader. Leader of
you can't even get to your local Burger King. How are you gonna run the world?
And Ash, let me ask you this: do you really want that power? I don't want to be a world leader every day, waking up, affecting everybody with my decisions.
It's
I
not
don't
really
want to do that
power.
shit.
It's not really power. It's no different than
I
what
don't
he's
want
doing
that
right now.
responsibility.
It's
I
not
don't want that
responsibility.
responsibility.
It's not
Okay.
responsibility.
It
Like,
is.
do you remember when Charles Barkley said, "I'm not a role model"?
Yes, I remember
But
that commercial.
the whole thing about being a role model is it's not that you choose to be, it's that someone else makes that to you in their eyes. Someone else chooses to make you a role model. So in a way, everybody is a role model and everybody is not a role model. You can't make yourself one. It's just some random person sees you and they choose to want to be like you. It's the same thing with being having power, making all your decisions have responsibility. Just
No, it's not the
nobody
same.
has to
It's not
follow
the same.
anything you say.
Because when you're in
No, no,
power,
but
you're in a position of power to actually affect the
but
world. Like
nobody
if you're
has
the
to.
president,
Not one person has to listen to you. They choose to. Like I've been saying this whole time, everything's a
oh no,
choice.
they have to. No,
No,
no, they don't have to listen to you or agree, but they have
yeah,
to obey it by
they
law.
don't have to obey it. Nobody has to obey anything they do not want to.
Well, they're gonna
It's
be
all a
criminals
personal choice.
then.
Hey, look, like I do. I break laws all the time. Don't quote me, but I break laws all the
Listen,
time.
me
Okay,
too. And we shouldn't
everything,
say which ones.
but
We
it's a
shouldn't say which
choice.
ones, okay?
It's a choice. Okay, you got to be willing to accept, know that what you're doing is against whatever law you're living in, and accept the responsibility if something bad happens. Like I've been
You know what?
arrested before. Hey, I was like, okay, I got caught.
Have you
Cool.
been to
It
prison?
happens. No, I went
Have
to
you been to
jail.
prison?
I went to jail, not prison.
Ah, jail bond.
You know what's funny? This reminds me of all like the comedians and all the liberal people that said, "If Trump wins, I'm getting out of America." Nobody them no,
I
not
remember
one of them
that.
move out of America.
Not one person,
Remember, everybody, I'm leaving. I'm leaving America. If Trump wins, nobody left, dude.
bro. You know what's
Because
funny? All the like Spanish people, they're like, yeah, we're going back. They kept coming and coming and coming.
crossing the borders, coming to America.
The land of opportunity, dude.
Yeah,
It's the land.
even Ash came here once Trump became president.
Yeah, dude, I wanted him to get re-elected. It would have been fun.
No, I didn't want him to get reelected. I'm with Biden, I guess.
I don't
They all
support
the same,
Biden at
but
all. I don't
they
support
are the
the
same.
other guy. I don't
They all
support
the
the
same. They
girl
all
Camilla
bad.
Harris. I don't support
You
Trump
know,
either. The last president I supported was Bill.
they all the same.
What's his name? The guy who cheated on
Bill
Hillary. Bill
Clinton.
Clinton. Yeah,
Bill Clinton.
he's the last one I
Monica.
supported.
Monica.
Bill Clinton came out with a saxophone. And Carol was like, "Yep, I'm sold. This is my dude."
No, he is his dude because of some other harmonica that was being played by Monica.
Bro, he cheated on his wife
You know
as
what? I like
president,
Bill
and
Clinton.
he's still with
Bill
her.
Bill Bill Clinton was likable. Yeah,
He's still with
dude.
her.
Why would she leave him? Why would she leave him? Okay.
She wants to become president. That's why. She would have gotten more power if she had left him, because then more people would have been like, "Wow, that's a strong, independent woman who don't need no cheating man."
But she wanted to
Fuck him,
ride the Clinton train.
bro.
Listen,
Bro,
listen. If you're
go
this
ahead.
is this is this is gonna be a
She wanted to take the higher ground. She was like, "I forgive you, Bill. I forgive
no no
you."
no 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 no. You know what? I'm a I'm gonna have the sexist take on this one. Okay, it's because when you are women, okay, and you marry a powerful guy, even if he cheats on you, you're not willing to let all that go just because he cheated on you.
Wait,
But
wait,
You
to
know
wait.
what
be
I mean?
The owner
she
of Amazon, whatever the bald dude's name is, his wife divorced him,
and
and
took
that,
was too
yeah,
much money.
she took like something 30 billion
Well,
or something from him.
Yeah.
right.
She still be
That's
make,
the other.
but she would make so much more
That's
if she
the
had stayed with him. If she had stayed with him, she'd be making so much more. That 30 billion ain't nothing,
yeah.
cause he's making that
Dude,
this
30.
year. He's gonna make that this year,
Yeah, he will.
But
especially.
what I'm saying is, if that even happens on a smaller scale, like
Yeah,
if you're a successful guy in life and you cheat on your girl, she's more likely to
yeah,
forgive you if you're a successful guy than if you're a bum, right?
hey,
If you're a bum, she'll just kick you to the curb. But
I
if you're
know.
successful, she might like, oh, you know what? He did shit on me, but you know what? He's a good guy. But it's because he has a good car, a good job, and a good
Or
house. You
maybe
know
she
what?
actually does want to think that he's still loves her, and she wants to stay with him,
But
and
she
she's scared to
doesn't.
leave him, and she's scared to leave him.
And I'm not saying this is like a only exclusive women thing.
Yeah,
I
I know.
think guys do it too,
Oh yeah,
because you know a girl might cheat on you. Listen, imagine if you had a hot girlfriend. She's hot as fuck. Okay, she's like the hottest thing ever. She's great in bed too, but she cheated on you. Are you gonna let her go? You're like, God damn, she cheated on me, but I
look,
still want that.
like every
You
look.
know what I
I
mean?
saw a video yesterday on Long Beach Griffey's page. I know, calm down. He said nobody wants to date an ugly. Nobody wants to date an ugly nigga. Okay, that's what it's called. It's talking about how nobody really wants to date an ugly person, and he's like, yeah, I know it's about personality and stuff and that connection you make, but at the end of the day, no one's with you because you're ugly. Now, back to this point. If they're truly with you, even if they cheat on you, it doesn't matter how hot she is. That's not gonna. We already know. Looks, they go away. That doesn't really matter. It's the connection you two have.
Right, but it's also about throwing that connection away
Yeah,
because they cheated on you.
but you know,
Are you willing to
people got
forgive?
excuses.
Here's the thing. If
I
that's the
will.
thing. If you have an ugly partner and he cheats on you, you're like fuck you. I never told you this, but you're ugly as fuck. I was doing you a favor, right?
Bro, that's why I
Even
Right.
said
But
if you know he's
if you
ugly,
had
then
a
look, if you even have a hot girlfriend, if she cheats on you, you would be like, I got her. I might get lucky with some other hot woman.
it's
Fuck
not
you.
luck. It's not
Go.
luck, man. It's never luck. It's meant to happen. It's destiny. Love will find you.
Always, there might be one factor: money.
that's what I said.
Look,
Some might have
Stability
man.
and
money.
the power, the money
So
and the power and the looks too.
It's
They
so much.
matter too.
Look,
you know,
it's so much easier if you want money just to get a sugar daddy. A lot of them don't even want to fuck. They just want to hang out and talk, and they'll just pay all your bills and stuff. Just get a sugar daddy. Don't get a boyfriend.
there's sugar
No.
mommy.
Yeah, you can get sugar mamas too. If you find one, let me know.
Uh, I wouldn't like to have a sugar mama. That would demoralize
Hey,
me.
why
In a
would it
way.
demoralize you? It's just like I told you. It's just money. It doesn't really mean anything. To me, it means nothing. It's just money. You get a nice connection with. Who knows? She could be your age. She could be way older. Who knows?
Yeah, man.
She could be like
If
90.
she's,
She could also be like
you know,
22.
imagine
I don't
he's
know,
hot.
dude.
He's hot also. She's hot. She's rich. Now that's a good combination.
Exactly. And she cheats on you. Are you just gonna leave her? Hell no. I would be
Bruh,
like,
you
you
gotta
know
think
what?
about
I
it.
forgive you. I forgive you.
Look,
And then she's like, okay, you're gonna see him on Saturday. Okay, you see him on Saturday. The rest of the week, you're with me. Okay, but on Saturday, you can fuck your Mister Stranger. I don't even
bruh.
want to know his name.
Oh, No. You gotta think
I'm
about
telling
that
his
stuff.
name.
Bro, no. I don't share. What the fuck? No, we ain't doing that.
Oh, that's another thing. What makes you think that you own people?
I
Because
don't
just
owe you.
because you
No, it's
were
not about
fucking.
owning them. But look, if you're in a
No, it
relationship,
is about owning them.
you're in a
No, it is
relationship.
about owning them, dude.
If you're in a relationship where you're committed to each other, you both already know you should have had that conversation.
No, there's
Some
open
people
relationships.
there's open relationships that each person knows about that. And the main thing about an open relationship is that they're honest with each other about that stuff. But if you're not in an open relationship, if you're like in a one-on-one thing, yeah, cheating, no, most of the time is a no because they're not telling each other.
What if she says that you cannot fuck anyone, but she can fuck anyone?
No, I see Ash is really trying to paint me into a corner here. To the point that can just call me a cock. Okay, you know what? It depends. It depends it depends on how hot she is and how rich she is. Okay? If
Bro,
she's hot and
let's
rich
get a
enough,
sugar mama.
I'll
Let's
be
get a
like,
sugar
okay,
mama.
baby. Whatever you say, baby, I'll be like that.
Bro, she's gonna be fucking dudes in front of you, and they're just gonna come on your face, okay? And you're gonna be like, "Oh, thank you, mama. I love you. Thank you." And she's gonna be
Dude,
giving
what's
you
wrong
some
with
money.
that?
She's gonna be giving you like $100.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Oh,
Let
thank
me ask,
you. Another one, please, please. You're gonna be jerking the
listen.
guy off
Wouldn't
on your
you?
face.
Oh my God! You don't need to take it to that point, okay? I don't need that imagery, okay, from you,
This is
okay?
your life. This is what your life is gonna be. Ash painted the picture. I'm just showing you what he's painting.
No,
Remember
you
that?
took it
Remember
to
that
like.
one?
No,
Remember that one,
listen.
The one picture with the white couch, and you got the skinny white girl and all the black guys around her. Yeah, you're gonna be on your knees in front
Exactly.
of her.
Ash
You're gonna be on your
painted.
knees
No,
in front of
no,
her.
dude. No, listen, dude. Ash painted a picture, and you put the Bang Bros logo over it. That's what you did. That's exactly. This is what you just did. Okay. That's not the point, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna make that a tag.
I'm not gonna be jerking. I'm not gonna be jerking people off just to stay with my wife.
Okay,
That's a little too much.
You're just
Okay.
gonna put your tongue out then. Put your tongue out and have your hand out and be like.
No.
Give the cup.
And keep the glasses on too if you got them.
No. That's a little too much. But what if your girlfriend was a porn star, though? And that was her job to fuck other dudes.
Well, you know that, but that's a different topic. Because, like, fucking those dudes is part of her job. That's what she's paid to do. And clearly...
But it's the same shit.
No, that's
It's the same shit.
Now that are the guys she's fucking on the side giving her money?
I have a question.
It's not the same thing. This is her actual job. Like,
Will
she
you be
files her
able
taxes.
to satisfy porn star?
Yeah, of course. Look, it's more than your penis. There's so much more than your penis.
You know what? No. You can probably satisfy her in a different way. You can probably satisfy her with your love. If you love each other, that will satisfy her more than.
I'm just talking about bed right now.
Yeah, but if you're talking about strictly about lust and sex,
yeah, you can.
If your girlfriend is doing like 5 guys in a gangbang, I don't think you're ever gonna satisfy her by yourself anymore.
You know the porn star Kieran Lee, the British guy? I remember reading that he's married.
No.
He's married to some woman, and he's like, every day I come back home after fucking like 6 women, and every time I see her, every day since I first saw her, I'm always hard and I'm always there for her. That can happen.
But that's
sometimes seeing that one person. This gets everything feeling right for you, and that's
but that's a guy. We're talking about girls here.
It happens with girls too. Johnny Sins, his girlfriend.
Yeah.
You don't even watch porn, bro. What do you mean? Yeah.
I love that this is slowly revealing how much Kale knows about porn. This is slowly revealing it. Okay, go ahead, Johnny Sins.
Who doesn't watch porn?
I watch porn too, but I don't.
You're lucky I got my hands.
I don't learn their names.
See what I'm doing.
I don't learn their names,
bro.
I don't learn their names, dude.
Those are my 2 favorites when I was a little kid. They're still going at it. I root for them.
You just made it weirder. What did you have to say when you were a little kid?
Bro, you gotta appreciate the guys. They do a lot of work. Now I'm there for the women, but the guys, they do good jobs too. I don't like them all, but Johnny Sins, I follow his YouTube. I think it's Sins Life. It's good stuff. And Kieran Lee,
Okay,
he's a
so
funny
okay,
guy. But yeah, he's got a
okay.
girlfriend, and she is funny.
To
She
clarify, you wouldn't stay with a girlfriend that cheated on you, but you would have a girlfriend
personally,
that's a porn star.
personally, no, just because if you cheat on me, I've already made it
You're
clear.
fine.
No, no, no. I'm not gonna get cheated on. Like, I would have had that talk already with her. Like, if it happens, we're done. Like, it doesn't really matter how I feel personally about you. That means that you don't
Your
care
cat
enough.
is like,
You don't care enough
liar,
about me. You don't care enough
liar,
about me. Okay.
liar,
You don't care
liar.
enough about me. To stay. Like whatever you needed.
Again,
If you
now,
needed
okay,
something
no,
from
now
that,
let
you should have talked about that.
Your cat
now
But you
let
is
don't
me
care
calling
put,
you
enough
out.
about me to do that.
Your cat is
dude,
calling you
dude.
out, buddy.
What if she's super hot and super rich?
Bro, I don't care if she's hot. I don't care about money.
Yeah, man,
You are
he
so
doesn't
full of
care
shit.
about me.
You
Bro,
are full of shit, dude.
you wanna know how much I paid for some of these Funko Pops I got? Ah, fuck. You wanna know how much I paid for them? You think I care about money? You know I literally died last year, okay? I got bills to pay. I'm spending money on other shit. You think I care?
Oh,
My
boy.
dude, you
Money
live,
doesn't make me happy. Even the stuff I
dude.
buy, it doesn't make me happy. I may like it,
You
it
know
doesn't make me happy.
why? You know why, Chaos?
Why?
Because you really haven't had the good life
Who's
yet.
to say that? How
You've
are you?
had
But you
you've
don't know. You don't know my
look,
life I've had.
look.
I have
Have you
never.
ever been?
I've never not had a good day. I guess.
Never not have a good day. Never
That's
not
what I'm
have
So
a
saying.
basically the opposite. So you're the opposite of Ash. Basically, you're the opposite.
You could say that. I guess. Look.
Nah, listen, dude. Let's say if you were like a rich kid, and ever since you were three, you got used to going every weekend on your daddy's yacht, and you will see the sunset, and you will see supermodels on the yacht every day, and you grew up around that. You think you can go back to living in a house
I did grow up.
and driving your shitty
I went
car
to a
and,
private
and
school for
collecting your
15 years.
dolls?
I went to a private school for
What?
15 years. A private school. I went to a
No,
private school for 15 years.
I
All
thought
my
you
you,
friends, all my friends.
that's not the
I
same
stayed. No,
though.
no, no. I'm not talking about my specific life, but all my friends that I hung out with, they had those lives, and I'd be hanging out with them, and I go back to my
Really?
house, and I don't have
Dude,
that.
don't, no lie, no lie. You had a friend that had a yacht? Really?
I
Because I
know.
don't believe
I
that
had
shit.
two friends in high school that owned islands. Their parents had islands.
What?
I,
Don't tell
And
I
me.
went to a nice school.
Are you,
Okay, I went to a nice
are you
school.
still friends with them?
No, I haven't
Then
talked
you're
to them in
stupid.
forever.
You're literally the
I
stupidest
don't care.
person I've ever heard. If
I
I
don't
had a
care
rich friend,
I don't care how if
I would
someone's
still be
rich or
talking to him
poor, bro.
today.
See,
Bro,
you know, even I agree with Chaos. Fuck them. Well, what if they have islands?
yeah.
That
What if,
does not do anything.
like I said,
I'm
money
not
and all
going
that
to
shit?
Oh my
fucking
Yeah,
put
god.
my pride on the other line and be all ass licking.
yeah. You can only be yourself. You shouldn't be something you're not. I've known myself for a very long time. I'm
That
not
is why
gonna
you
be
have
fake
always.
for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, who's to say that dude with an island he's not a cool dude? Who's to say he's not? Maybe he's a cool dude,
I
and he
don't
has an
know.
island.
Hey, I don't know. Nor do I care. So I'm not talking to him. If I
Yeah,
cared,
fuck,
I would have kept
fuck
up
it.
with him.
He should
Like
die in
if I
that
cut
island.
you
Fuck
off, I probably don't care about you.
Oh my god! Now
You'd
you
be
just jealous,
surprised.
Ash. Why are you wishing him that? You don't
Hey, you
even
want me
know
to?
this guy.
Well, he's Indian. He's Indian. I'll tell you that. So he probably does know him.
Yeah, he told that story before. He was like,
Yeah.
I knew these Indian people. They were all rich. Like I've never seen a poor Patel guy. I like fuck them. Those cunts. They've ruined
And
America.
they were nice
Get them
people.
out.
He was a nice guy. But hey, if I cared about him, I would have kept up with him. If I don't
Man,
care
good thing.
about you, I'll cut you
You did a
off.
wonderful.
You'd be
You did
surprised
a
how many
wonderful.
people still text me, and I just don't respond because I don't care. And I just saw them like yesterday.
To be honest, I had so many people I knew, but I lost contact after
After the war.
leaving
Af-
school.
After
After
9/11,
after
yeah,
leaving
it
school,
happened.
I never kept their numbers or anything. I
It
never.
changed everything, dude.
Even
9/11
Bro,
changed even my friends,
I've
even the
even
people I
gotten
hang out with.
I've
even if
gotten
I see them,
voicemails from friends
I'll just leave.
being like, "Why don't you ever pick up your phone? You don't want to hang out with me." And I don't respond. Like I listen to my
Yeah,
voicemails like 4 times a year, so it was like months later. But I'm just like, okay, like if I wanted to hang out with someone, I would.
I used to do that when they used to invite me for party. I was like, no, I'm busy,
Hey,
busy watching anime.
remember you went to that party last year with the Christian chicks?
That was a fucking disaster. At that point, I realized whatever I used to do, it was correct. Never go in a party.
Hey, the party's about the people there.
It's boring, man.
Ah,
I
well,
cannot.
No,
if you meet someone you connect with, it will be fun. That's why sometimes you gotta talk. You don't always have to. You can be chill by yourself and have a blast.
That's what I
no.
do.
Ideally, fuck.
You got a cute cough, man. Are you like
Thank you.
6?
I worked. I worked on it to make it that cute. Nobody wants an ugly cuff. I worked on that cuff to make it cute. Uh,
You
it's
know that's
best to
gonna
go
be
to
the intro,
parties if
right?
you. It's best to go to parties if you have friends in your party. In that party, that's the best. If you don't know anybody, it's super awkward because I don't know how you're gonna talk to people.
Yeah,
Hey,
man, that was the case.
some people just talk. Some people talk to everybody, even if they don't know them.
I'm an
Even if
introvert,
you
so I
don't
don't
want to
do
talk to
that.
them, they just walk up and start talking.
Exactly. If you're an introvert, you're gonna go to a party. This is an introvert in a party. He's in the corner all alone. He's not dancing. He's looking at everybody like, why am I here? Don't be there then. It's not your type of
Dude,
atmosphere.
dude,
If
you
you're an
know,
introvert.
this
But he
reminded
could be
me.
having a great time just chilling by himself because he's
No, if
introverted.
you're with
Yeah,
friends, and then
but a
yeah,
lot
most
of
likely. But if
introverts
you're
like to
alone,
hang out by themselves, and they
You
can
know,
just be sitting there
it
having a great time, just
you know,
chilling.
it reminded me like there was this event when I first came to this university. I went there. I just went there with my roommates, and then I sneaked out. And then they called. They were like, "Where are you? We cannot find you." I was like, "I'm at home."
Hey, you should let them know. They're your roommates. They actually cared enough to call you.
but
Some
you know
people won't
what's
do that.
weird about it? You know what's weird about it? If you don't like to go to parties, people sort of act like, "What is wrong with you? Why are you not
Yeah,
normal? Why don't you like party like normal people?" And I'm like, I don't enjoy it. Why is that so weak, so strange? It's not that I'm normal to not like to go to parties. I don't get it.
You know, when I was in college, all my friends they smoked weed all the time, and they'd always ask me, "Hey, you want to
Yeah,
smoke?" And I'd be
boy.
like, "Nah, it's not my thing. I don't do
That
that."
those
And
are
you
my
know
kind
what?
of those my kind of
They
people.
only pushed on me. They only pushed it on me once. That was the first time. They're like, "You sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. If I ever want it, I'll ask them." They're like, "Cool." It
See, you
doesn't
see,
always.
chaos when you said no. You said no thanks, but I said yes, basically, and that's how our lives ended up in different ways.
Bruh, our lives are the exact same, except one of us is an American citizen.
Oh fuck! That's not even factually right. Okay, that's not a gotcha. Okay,
Bruh. I still can't find your state. I looked for it on a map. I didn't see Puerto Rico anywhere. I googled United
you know
States
what?
states.
I've gone I've gone out to parties with my friends and I've
Yeah,
really had a good time. But
yeah.
I've been to parties where I don't know anybody and I just feel awkward. I'm like, I don't like this. I want to leave.
Yeah,
And
but
Even when
some
I went out with friends, it was boring.
yeah, like parties with friends, party with girlfriend, they're different.
Yeah, I never had a girlfriend, so I don't know.
Ah,
But
you
I
have a
can
you
assume.
hey, you got a wife. Don't worry, you don't need a
What the
girlfriend,
fuck? Oh, where is this coming from?
bro. We all know who you're talking about.
Nah,
We
that's
all
a
know who
fucking
she
lie.
is.
Nah, that's a lie.
Oh, don't make me say
I
her
don't know.
name. You want me to say her name?
Uh, no, don't even say her
No.
name.
Oh,
That
see,
fictional
see,
character, don't say her name.
you know she's real. Don't deny it. But
Is
yeah,
it is it is it
going out
Chris?
with
Is
friends
it
is more.
Krishna?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Is
Krishna.
that a
That's a
real
cute
girl?
name. That's a cute name. What
You, but
what's
oh
her
boy.
what's her last name?
Krishna totally real. That's her last name.
Yeah, I'm gonna put in the tags. Krishna X Ash. I ship this. I'm just gonna make that my tag.
Never. Dude, I've decided one thing in my life: I'll do never marry an Indian chick.
What do you mean?
Never,
Why? They're kind of cute.
never,
Hey, it's not about
never.
it's not about their race. It's about what's in here.
Fuck that shit.
Tom
Never.
Brady. As long as they got Brady, you can marry him.
Jesus. Indian girls are alright. They're not bad looking.
It's not
I would
about
It's
like
that.
them.
not about looks.
Yeah,
It's
it's not
about
about
your
that.
personality.
Exactly. Wow, Ash, you actually said something
What's wrong
smart.
with their
Holy shit.
personalities?
Huh?
No, it's not about.
What's wrong with?
He just doesn't want to
Go
marry
ahead.
an Indian person because he grew up with them. Just like I don't want to marry a black person unless they're light skinned.
Listen,
Oh boy.
you don't want to marry. Are you the same? So you wouldn't marry a black girl?
No, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I don't want to. It's not my first choice. But if it happens, it happens. But I'll make sure
so when
she
you,
knows.
so eventually, when you end up with a black wife,
Hey,
you're gonna tell her, you know, you were my plan B, you were my plan A,
you weren't my
okay?
plan C.
You're
You
my
weren't my
plan
plan
B.
D. You weren't my.
You were the
You weren't
last
even
time.
like. You weren't even a letter. You were a double letter. You're like a Z6. Hey, they'll know.
No, dude.
I've dated a black person
I
before.
don't.
She knew.
I
That's not
don't.
my
I
type.
don't feel that way at all. I don't feel that way at all. I take pride in my people, in Puerto Ricans, dude. We're very prideful people. We love each other. We love who we are. I don't get. So I really don't get why Ash is so ashamed to be Indian.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
ashamed.
he's
I just hate
ashamed.
them.
He's not ashamed. I don't think he actually hates Indian people.
I hate them at
Then
this.
what?
I
That's
don't.
Then
disgusting.
what's the
I don't
problem?
think he does.
I hate them.
Ash is a very lovable person, and he truly enjoys people. I could tell when I met him. I think he loves Indian girls.
I don't.
He just isn't ready yet. Like sometimes you get
I
to a
mean,
certain point in life, and then you kind of realize, okay, I get it now. I
Dude,
think he's
I'll
just waiting for
cry
that moment.
if I ended up with an Indian girl. I'll cry.
Hey, I'll cry for you. 'Cause you'll be so happy.
I'll be crying. I'll be like,
Jesus.
shit. What did I do? One thing in my life I wanted, even that I didn't get. Why? Why?
Don't worry.
Jesus, to that point, I would love to be with a Puerto Rican girl. I can't relate at all.
Dude, Puerto Rican
At
girls,
the
they
end of the
are.
day, I don't care where she's from. I don't care what her race her is, her skin color. That doesn't really matter. All that matters
What if
is
she's bald? What if she's bald? What if
bald
she has
chicks
no
are
hair?
hot. Bald chicks are actually hot.
Really? You could be with a
Yes.
bald chick?
Hey, there's
Hmm.
Oh,
nothing
this
wrong with that.
I don't know.
That
this
means it's
reminded me.
more
I
time
don't
to
know
take care of
Who,
my hair, okay?
who was that chick who CM Punk just shaved her hair when straight edge was
Serena
there?
Deeb. Serena Deeb, I think.
I forgot what her face looked like. She was bald.
I think she got a breast reduction surgery, so it's kind.
Serena WWE.
It's not the
Serena
same,
Deep.
but she still looks good. But the boobs are gone.
You know what? I would agree in that case if she's bald. It's not my preference.
Yeah.
It's not my first choice. It's not my plan A, but she's my plan B for bald.
Holy fuck, she stayed bald for such a long time.
Hey, not everyone likes hair. Like a lot of women have short hair, no hair. I know a lot of buzz cut women.
Most of them are black.
Whoa, Ash, come on. Tone it down. Jesus.
No, they like to dress hair because they got curly hair, so it's like less maintenance if you have short hair.
You are going
Bro,
off the
what
deep
the
end.
fuck?
Okay.
I
But
don't
yeah, you know,
They do have curly hair. It's true.
wow,
Go on.
y'all are racist. What the fuck?
know.
Like, do these look like curls to you?
Yes.
Wow, man, fuck y'all. This is straight hair. No curls in here.
That is. That's nowhere near straight, buddy.
Bro,
You really look like that. Like you really look like that mutant from the X-Men show.
Oh, by the
Spike.
way,
I
you know,
was the one
Professor
that
X,
shoots the.
Charles Xavier,
No, the fucking mutant.
Magneto,
He rides a
Magneto.
skateboard. He's
Oh,
he's lame. He
yeah.
shoots like wood things
Oh,
from
Static
his.
Shock,
Yeah.
Static Shock.
no.
No, study.
Um,
You know who it is, right, Ash?
Aquaman,
God damn, you know what he's doing? He's
Barry
just naming
Allen.
cool, cool characters so he can
Wait, wait, wait.
take pride in himself.
Vegeta. That's who you're talking about. Thank you. I got the
Sure,
widow's
dude.
peak.
Okay.
I got a widow's peak too.
You
See,
look. You
I,
look exactly like
yo,
Vegeta.
look at the widow's peak.
Exactly.
Look at the widow's
Yeah,
peak.
because
Look at
you're
it.
balding from
If my
front.
hair was longer, you could see it better. I got the widow's peak,
Dude, you're losing your hair. You
bro.
should get
Once
it.
I after I got out of the hospital, I shaved my hair off. This is the most it could grow now. Like, it's not funny actually. It's not.
I don't know what they did.
It's not funny. Like my hair is not growing back at all.
You
It's
don't
sad.
leave it out to grow. Leave it then. Leave it
No,
for like a year or
so
two.
I usually cut it every year. That's normally what I do. So I kind of know how it's supposed to grow. This last year it was getting slower, but by this time, because I remember in May, it was after I went to see Ash last year. My hair was like, I'd say like maybe like
Yeah, you
an inch longer than it would be right now.
Yeah.
My hair is growing very very slow now. Like dyeing fucks up your hair. I'll tell you that. Like, don't dye, kids. If
You
you want
keep
long hair.
saying dying. Did you actually? Yeah, I don't know what. I think I heard the story, but I
For
don't know.
like
You need to tell that story.
I
You need to tell
did
it one day.
episode
Not.
60.
Don't make me. Don't make me watch an episode of The Witcher to
Episode
fucking.
68
Dude, come on.
about
Bro,
how
well,
he died 11 years.
no, cause I had a so you've seen it, Ash, right?
Seen what?
Did you see the video, Ash, or not?
No, no.
No,
I just saw the
well,
episode
I
60.
did.
But that's the last
Technically,
two,
my
where you discussed about.
technically my heart kind of stopped for a few minutes, and they had to bring me back. So yeah, I did. But
Hmm.
Blockage in earth.
yeah, after that, like my hair's done. Cause I shaved it off. Cause I was knocked out for like almost 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, that's probably I think because of like the circulation, like your
Yeah. It's-
head needs certain
oh, it's more than
things
that.
for
It's more
the
than
head
that.
follicles. Yeah.
I cannot get muscle
I remember
back.
you talking about it. I remember you talking about it in the video, but I didn't. I don't think you gave specifics. So you were out for 2 weeks in a coma.
I wouldn't even. I wouldn't even say a coma because I woke up during the 2 weeks. I have good memories of actually waking up multiple times,
Oh.
but it's like an out of body experience. Like I couldn't control what I was doing, but I was up and I realized where I was.
You know, normally it's like a blockage is there in the wall, so they do a surgery too because it stops the blood from flowing, and because of that you lose consciousness. Is that your condition?
No, technically because it was the thing I had a tooth infection. So, and
How did
my whole mouth swelled up and my throat did too. So I know they had to cut something to get the tube down my mouth, so that they could take out the tooth.
Shit.
And then after that, I had like a heart attack, I guess. And then that happened. They
Jesus.
brought me back, and then
So it's
I was out for like.
I
week
think
and a
they
half,
fucked
2
up
weeks.
when they knocked you out doing
I
that.
was already knocked out. Literally, I passed out right here in this chair, or not this chair, my old chair. But I passed out right here at this desk. That was the last memory I had because I remember I had work the next day, and I put my head down. Then I woke up like 2 weeks later in the hospital.
Okay, wait. So before you fainted, You were having a lot of mouth pain
Oh,
already.
I had mouth
It
pain
was
for like 2 weeks. I was complaining about it.
Yeah, he was complaining. He was like, ah.
I was complaining
okay.
at
And
my job. I was complaining to my sister I live with.
and I was
I had the appointment set up for the next day, that Monday. I tried to get it the Friday before, but they're like, "No, we can't do it." I'm like, "Really? Come on! Like, I need this." They're like, "No, it's got to be Monday." So I was just trying to get through Monday because I couldn't eat at all. Like, I literally couldn't eat anything. Oh, I was serious.
Yes.
I had no energy. I was like people on my job
uh,
too. They saw that like I was dying there. And then
Yo, dude,
so
you know
that
what?
Monday,
I
I told him, what's the point of buying that Oral-B toothbrush if you're going to?
no, no.
it's
That's
not
what
for
a
I
joke
was
they
gonna
brushing
were.
my
say
teeth.
That was a joke they were. That
I
was
was
a joke.
I was gonna say that I'm the kind of guy that if I start feeling pain, I don't go to the doctor right away. I have to literally be dying for me to go to the hospital.
Yeah,
And
the
I
same.
sometimes it's like little,
I had a
not
and sometimes it's
I had a
for me.
broken
It's like
arm
people
for
take
like
me
5 days
forcefully.
before I actually
Uh,
said anything. I stepped on a belt
uh,
buckle
exactly.
once. I could barely walk on that foot. I never said anything. I let it heal. But my broken arm, I had to say something because I was hurting. And this year,
Yes. When I broke my arm, I instantly went to the hospital because when I moved my arm, I could actually see the bone sticking out. So I was like, yeah, this is kind of serious.
see, I
So
couldn't
I need to
like
go.
mine didn't stick out my skin, but like I was this was me all day in pain, like scratching it, like like I literally waited 5 days, and I was like, yo, I need to go to the hospital,
No,
dude.
bro. When I broke my arm, I was literally trespassing to a basketball court, and we had to jump a huge gate to go into this basketball court. And we were trespassing, and then I broke my arm inside the
Call the
basketball
police.
court, and then I had to
This
climb up the
guy
gate
is
with a
telling me
broken
about how
arm,
he
dude.
trespassed and shit. Oh, continue, American citizen. Yeah, his name is Faffin now.
No,
Yeah.
dude, they're not gonna arrest me for trespassing at some school to play in their basketball court, okay?
Hey, you
But
don't
that's
know
what we
that.
used to do.
That's what you
No,
used
the
to
point
do,
is,
criminal.
the point is that I had the point is that I had to get out of the gate with a broken arm, so that was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
But I got through.
Funny thing is, like when I stepped on the belt buckle on my foot, it was the same spot. Like someone's dog had bit me once, and their tooth put a hole in my foot. I stepped on that exact same spot, but neither time did it hit a bone.
You,
you
dude.
you got stabbed
I,
as well, right?
Yeah, and my leg. If my legs aren't ashy, I could show you, but they're probably ashy.
You have shown it before.
Have I? Have I? Yeah, right there. I got stabbed there.
by who and by what?
By some little kid. Who
Technically,
Really?
stabs in the leg? Who stabs in the leg is what I was thinking.
technically, it was a friend, but it happened.
It
Friend.
was a friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they got mad and they were like, "You care." Boom. Leg gone.
No, not really.
Basically, it was Ash with a pencil.
Yeah. When I saw him last year, he was like, "You want something to eat?" And then he pulled out and I was like, "Nah, I'm good." And he pulled out his pencil, stabbed me, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll take some food." Yeah, that's what happened.
He came up to you and said, "Have you watched this manga?" And you were like, "Nah, man, I'm sorry, I don't have time." And he was like, "Bam! Fuck you!"
I told you I can't read.
Dude, I have a scar too, but it's because of a car accident.
Oh,
No,
turn
no
your car
friend
on
gave me
and let
that
us
shit.
see. Turn your camera on. Let us see it. Bitch
No, I'm not
ass.
gonna show you. I'm on
Yeah, we
boxers,
know.
dude.
We
I'm
know.
not.
We know. We know. We know. You're never gonna turn your camera on. And Mr. Mask down there,
Not.
too cheap to buy a mask. I shouldn't have believed you when you said you turned your camera on, Ash. Well, I'll put a mask on. Face
I'm not.
ass. Yo, if Ash turned his camera
Nah,
on,
dude.
if he turned his camera on, he wouldn't be yelling anymore. He'd be like the nicest boy. He'd be like, I believe
And
in
we wouldn't
God.
want that. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want a quiet ass there trying to look good.
He'd have a
Like
Bible
fixing
in
his
his hand.
hair.
He'd have a little Bible reading scriptures to us.
And there is a gun in the Bible.
What an episode. It ends. God be
Yeah.
with you.
That's one of the most American things I ever heard.
I'd have to blur
A
that
gun
out.
inside a Bible.
I would have
And
to
a
blur
gun in
that
the
out.
Bible.
I don't even know how to blur out yet. But I'd have to blur that out. And I'd put it right at the beginning of the video.
Oh.
So everyone gets it.
Alright, so we done?
Yep.
Alright.
That's it for today.
Alright, you can
Holy
follow me on Twitter at chaoskingd00, on Instagram at chaoskingd00, on Twitch at chaoskingd. My YouTube is chaoskingd00.
0-0.
And we have a podcast called Redacted No More, which is this. You can also follow.
Come on, bro, plug your fap and nap.
Oh, I'm fapping up on YouTube and that's all.
And you can
And
follow
I have-
Ash. We're gonna
No
get
way.
Ash to make something one day. You can follow him one day. I believe it will happen. God
That
told
day
me.
is not coming soon enough.
God told me you would follow. You'd make an account. I know it will happen.
Plug your Facebook. You probably have a Facebook, Ash, right?
I
Everybody has a
deleted it. I
Facebook. Plug
deleted it.
Bro, you can't delete Facebook. It's still there.
You can. There is an option, delete account.
Alright, I'm gonna look for your name.
Plug your anime. Plug your anime Ultima account then. Plug something, dude.
Nothing. I don't want to plug anything.
Alright.
Fuck.
I'm
Okay.
Ash
Bye.
on anime Ultima. Alright,
Alright.
later.
See y'all later.